Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message and I want to talk to you all about how important it is to set boundaries in this season. It is crucial that you set boundaries with different people in this season. The reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of times people don't know when it's time to draw the line. People don't understand when it is time for you to be nice, when it's time for you to be kind, when it's time for you to be graceful, when it's time for you to be empathetic, when it's time for you to be overstanding or understanding. A lot of people out here, they do not know when to separate all of those that I just named. But there is a time and a place that you would apply each one of those to different aspects and different scenarios and different situations that kick off in your life with different people. And I want you all to know that when you implement kindness, being nice, being overstanding, understanding, extending even more grace and more mercy with people, there will come a time where there has to be a cutoff point. Because what happens with certain people, when you are always readily available to service them and to help them and to allow them to be in whatever state they're in, whether it's good or bad, but I'm necessarily addressing the bad parts that people show you, and you don't open your mouth, you don't utter a mumbling word. Unfortunately, some people out here begin to take advantage of it. And when they are accustomed and they grow spoiled and used to you always showing up, always being available, they will start to take you for granted. They will start to no longer look at you as an individual or as a person, or think about what does he or she need? What can I do for them? Instead of always focusing on myself and what they can do for me. And if any one of you are in these type of situations now, it may be time for you to put a boundary in place. Now, what's going to happen when you do that is certain people, they feel some type of way when you cut them off. And when I say cut them off, I don't mean you no longer talk to them. I don't mean you no longer go around them. I don't mean you end a friendship or you fall out with a particular family member or someone that you hold near and dear to your heart. What I mean is that they are going to get upset when you set a boundary and you cut them off, in the sense of you are no longer easily available. You are not quick to jump up and tell them yes when they ask something of you. You are not going to go out of your way and above and beyond to do things for them, because for some of you all, you start to see how some people will get too accustomed and feel too entitled to you being either kind, nice, understanding, overstanding, and extending a whole lot of grace and mercy to them. Some people, they take it for granted and they don't even know how to receive you telling them no. They don't know how it may hurt you, the fact that you come into the knowledge of, okay, you're taking advantage of me now. You are taking my kindness as weakness. You expect me to overextend myself to you and help you, but then when it's time for you to show up for me or do something for me, you have no problem telling me no. You have no problem ending it. And this is why I believe every single one of us should set a boundary with certain people, because there is also a season where grace has to be there while somebody is going through whatever it is they're going through. You all got to realize there are some people out here, they have given up on life. They've given up on life. They don't really care about what the outcome of their life is going to be. Some people, they don't care about trying to function in chaos and disorder. Some people don't care about being conniving, being underhanded. They don't care about any of that. And so this doesn't mean that you as a man or a woman of God, you stop showing them grace and mercy. You continue to keep it there, because there may be times where you are the person that is taking somebody through, and people or a person is being overstanding or understanding and very graceful and merciful to you. So you always put that out. You reap what you sow. Remember that too, people of God. You reap what you sow, so always try to put that out. But as I stated, when you do set the boundaries in place, some people will feel some type of way about that, and when you cut them off, because sometimes people, they don't understand when you set a boundary. They don't understand when you explain to them, listen, you're going a little bit too deep in how I show up for you, to the point now you expect me to be there for you all the time, and you are causing me to forget about taking care of myself and taking care of my personal business and living my life. I cannot sacrifice my entire life, all of my energy, all of my time, all of my focus on you. People who don't really know God, or they don't know the Bible, don't understand that when we put somebody or something in front of God, in God's eyes, that is looked at as that person being an idol. Now, I know you don't have the intent to make a family member or a friend or someone near and dear to your heart an idol, but really that is what it is. When you start putting them as the priority and going out of your way and even starting to neglect yourself, that is a very big issue. And this is why, especially in this season, because see what's happening now, we're in a new season. For those of you who don't know, there has been a major shifting, and so in this new season, God is still tearing down, God is raising up, he's shifting and transitioning relationships and connections to people, he's elevating people, he's punishing people and temporarily putting them on the bench while he's dealing with them and while they're getting cleaned up and getting delivered. And then some people he's sending them forward because they are 100% ready. Some people are still in their sanctification process. And so when all of this transition and changing is going on, you still got to keep boundaries in place, because if you do not, as I stated in my community post a few days ago, when you don't have these boundaries set in place, it leaves the door open and it makes room for disrespect. It puts you in a position where your safety can be compromised. It puts you in a place where you will be physically, spiritually, and mentally drained. And so I wanted to come to you all with this again, because as God starts to do a lot in you, a lot of people, they don't want to see you move on with your life. They do not. They will lie to you and tell you that they love you. They will tell you that they care about you. They will say that they care about your well-being, and they want to see you married. They want to see you dating. They want to see you make all the money you can make. They want to see you grow spiritually. They want to see you move ahead, and they want your life to flourish. But then when you're put in a position where that could possibly happen, then they will try to manipulate you or hit you with guilt, so you can stay available only to them and what they personally want, because they don't feel like doing anything for themselves. This is a very real thing, and it gets tricky. It's a very thin line, because when it's a family member, or it's when it's several family members, or like I said, it's close-knit friends, or it could just be anybody that you hold near and dear to your heart, it's very difficult to discern sometimes. And so when you cannot discern it, you will get tricked, or you will be confused, because you will feel like, well, this is my flesh and blood. They wouldn't try to hold me back. They wouldn't try to have me in a position where I'm only helping, helping them, and I'm putting them in the front. They wouldn't do that to me. This is my sister. This is my brother. This is my aunt. This is my uncle. People will believe that, but I'm here to tell you, these are some of the main ones that do it. It is indeed family. It is indeed certain close-knit friends, and it is people who are literally not where you are. I know that may be a trigger for some of you, and immediately a lot of you are out of your spiritual ignorance and you not having knowledge knowledge of how the spirit or demonic realm works, you will feel like that's judgment. You will feel like it's disrespectful. You will feel like it's being arrogant and it's being mean and it's being unbecoming. That's not what it is. People, whether you want to believe it or not, all of them do not like the fact that you have not given up on yourself. Some people, they don't like that. They don't like it. They don't like that you will not give up on yourself. They do not like that you still have confidence. They do not like that you still, beyond the shadow of a doubt, you still walking with God, even when you feel like God is not on your side. And so they will do whatever they can to keep your focus on them. It's not just them that's doing it, but it is a demonic spirit within them working overtime to keep you distracted. Another boundary you got to set too is with the enemy and his demons, because Satan is also working overtime to keep the people of God distracted. This is something that has heavily been coming to me for the past 2 weeks. I've been extremely busy in the months of November and the months of December, but I had to sit back and say, wait a minute, I'm too distracted at this point. You are being pulled in this direction and this direction. I'm helping this person. I'm helping that person. I'm going over here. I'm going over there. And it just started coming to my spirit. You know what? You need to get busy. You literally need to lock in. You need to get busy, because this is what Satan is doing to take more and more time, and you spending time with me. He wants you to forget all about relationship with me and your heart posture being towards me more than what you're doing for family members or friends or whoever else. Satan will send you distractions, and it will be good things that's going on. He will send a distraction when you get the dream job. He will send a distraction and a person that you really wanted to date. Your dream guy, ladies, your dream lady, fellas, he will send that person in your life. He will send you an opportunity that you've been praying for, but it is the counterfeit opportunity. It really didn't come from God, but Satan is making you think it came from God, because the person that gave you the opportunity, the vessel that was used to open up that door for you to get the opportunity, they saying God's name. So a lot of you all, you being fooled, like, okay, I know this is from God. Satan is talking to a lot of people also in this season. And so when you hear a voice telling you, okay, you know what, son, you know what, daughter, I'm not saying that that's exactly what you hear the voice saying, but what I'm saying is that a lot of you all, you are running around in circles doing everything for everybody, and you really are accomplishing a lot of things. But for some of you, it's not for everybody, but for some of you, it is not coming from God. And it's good things that are happening, but it's not coming from God. Satan knows exactly what to give us. He knows what to point us to. He knows what to send us, and he knows how to try to attempt. I'm going to speak that and say he tries to attempt to trip us up and to confuse us, so we are focusing on certain things coming our way, and we start to forget and get further and further and further away from worshiping the Lord, praying to the Lord, spending time in his presence, being quiet and trying to wait on him and see what he has to tell us. Set boundaries in this season, my beautiful brothers and sisters. It is crucial that you set boundaries. Don't apologize. Don't be arguing and going back and forth with people. Don't let anybody manipulate you when you choose you over them. If you know you've honestly been choosing everybody else over you because you really do care about them, you care about their well-being, you care about their safety, you care about where they are spiritually, but they don't see it that way, they are not perceiving it to be that way, and they're taking it personal that you're telling them, I can't let you take advantage of me, I'm not going to let you use me, then you have to let it be what it is. You have to let God work it out. Give it to the Lord. You let God iron it out. You don't try to straighten it out. If you've tried to do it and you're not being successful at it and it's not going anywhere, that is when you, ma'am or sir, you got to let God be God. Let God be God, because God is going to be God regardless of what it is we're doing or what we think we're doing. But I just wanted to drop this video to let you all know, people of God, you have to remain focused. Don't get distracted. Set boundaries, because when you remove those boundaries, people don't know when to stop. They don't see a stopper. They feel like they could just come in and ask you to do this favor for them, and I need you to go here and I need you to take me here, and they want to call you and take all your time, and they want to drop and dump their problems on you, and they could care less about where you are mentally. They could care less about where you are spiritually. They could care less about where you are physically. And see, this is when you start to see another side of people when you tell them no. When you just set that boundary and you tell somebody no, and then the manipulation starts and they'll say, well, I'm going to cut you off. You got to get out of my house, so I'm not going to give you this. I was initially helping you. I've talked to you all about that before, but see, it goes on so much. It's very common with a lot of saved men and women of God, especially when you are just in a transition. When you are in a transition, see, the thing that you all need to also pay attention to, and I want you all to grow in, is having a healthy balance spiritually. The healthy balance is you balancing your relationship with the Lord, knowing when to spend enough time with the Lord and taking time out of your day to talk to him and pray, or just simply sit in silence. And you have to balance out how many or how much time you are putting out helping other people. Because if you are helping other people and focusing on other people more than God, that is when the arguments, the fights, the disagreements, the breakdowns in communication, that is when all of these things are going to start to come up. People are going to take things personal, and you may just get cut off by certain people. When you don't allow people to have their way with you, or you don't give people what they want, but initially you were giving them what they wanted, just because, like I said in the beginning of the message, you were being nice, you were being kind, you were being understanding or overstanding, empathetic, or you were being extremely graceful and merciful, they get accustomed to that. So then finally, when you say, I can't do it anymore, I'm drained. It's not that I don't want to continue to help you, but I need a break. Right now, I can't deal with that right now. I got other stuff to do. That's when you will be every name in the book. See, people don't focus on how many years you've been having their back or how long you've been helping them. A lot of times people, they don't focus on that. In a moment, they'll say, or they'll try to credit you and say, I really love you, I appreciate you, I don't know what I would do without you. But if you just tell them no once or twice, or you question them about something that they're doing, and while you implemented a boundary, you will be every nasty, dirty, disrespectful name in a book. And a lot of times they're not going to say it to your face. They will talk about you like a dog behind your back. It will be a lot of sidebar conversations. But also, in conjunction with you all setting boundaries in this season, I want you all to remove sidebar conversations. The person that you set the boundary with, you need to be direct and upfront with them and tell them how you feel. Tell them why you're setting the boundary, regardless of what it is they tell other people about you. If they get angry with you, and they want to dismiss you and cut you off, or they want to be vindictive or spiteful, let God deal with them, because trust and believe God will deal with them. You have the right to say no. You have the right to say, I don't have the mental strength to help you right now. I just need a little bit of time. I need a little bit of a break. If they don't understand that, and then they start throwing something up in your face, or if, they're helping you in a certain way or whatever it is, you still got to set that boundary. But see, you don't backbite and talk about them to their face. We all gonna confide in somebody, but no, you got to be more upfront. Tell them to their face, excuse me, you don't have a sidebar conversation. They could keep having a sidebar conversation, because some people, they will become a coward. They're scared. It makes them uncomfortable to just tell you to your face how they feel. But see, they're not going to tell you that because it's nowhere near the magnitude of what it is you probably experience with them or what you go through. So when you are upfront and honest and you set that boundary, whether somebody gets upset at you or not, you cannot fear that conflict. You cannot fear somebody cutting you off. You cannot fear somebody viewing you a certain way. Because a lot of times, guys, it's not even that they really are telling the truth about what they feel or perceive or what they're saying about you. It's just that they're offended that you set a boundary. They're offended that you cut them off to a certain extent. They're offended that you are questioning them about certain things that they are trying to do, and it's not going their way. Everybody can't have their way. None of us can. None of us can always have our way. None of us can always have things go and flow the way we personally feel they should go and flow. And so there's going to be a time where God will block you from doing certain things. God will allow certain people to reject you and cut you off. You will be told no. Doors will be cut off and closed in your face, and certain people will set boundaries with you. It may take you by surprise and catch you off guard, but if you know that God is on your side and you know what you pray to God about and your heart and your intentions are pure, when you go to God and pray about a certain situation, then you sit back in faith and you allow God to perform what it is you went to him in prayer about. That's the video message. Again, it is crucial that you set boundaries in this season. Too much is happening. You cannot be open and available for every single person that comes to you. In this season as well, you're going to have to start directing people that look out for you and they expect you and they pull on you. You're going to have to direct these people to other people that can do for them what you used to. Because whether you're ready to do that or not, ultimately that is what God is going to begin to do when he has a work for you to do. God is the priority. He's the priority, period. And anything that the Lord said that he wants us to do, we're going to do it regardless. That's the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.